All right. Hello. How are you doing, guys? Welcome to a new live stream. We had some little problems at the beginning, but everything is fine. First, I would like to welcome to 2024. Happy New Year. Welcome to a new workshop. I'm gonna be drawing. We are gonna be drawing 5 to 10 minute time poses, and we will be doing a lot of like warm-ups. We're gonna be doing standing poses mostly to start warming up proportions, to get the flow of things, and you can draw along. You can also watch the video later on, and I'm gonna have everything recorded so you can practice on that. I will also encourage you to join my Patreon, where I'm gonna have the PDSD file so you can see the drawings that were done during the session, as well as some of the photo reference that I use, and also I'll be linking some of the reference down below. And before we start, I wanted to show a few things. The first one is the software that we're going to be using. It's called Gesture Drawing. I'm not being sponsored by this, by the way, so it's really useful software, so you can pick your images you want to practice, and you can build your setup and draw as long as you want. So Gesture Drawing is the app, and I'll be using Photoshop as well. So what else? Yeah, you can join my Patreon. I'll put content there. There's like over 5 years of content over there too, so you can support my work. And also you can join my newsletter if you haven't, and you will have access to my brushes, like sketch brushes, for free. So you can download those via the welcome message that you get from joining my newsletter on my website. And feel free to support with stickers or whatever you want to buy from my shop. That's basically the sponsor. I'm the sponsor of the live stream. So you guys, thanks to you, I'm able to do these live streams and keep drawing, right? So we're gonna be doing a session of, I think, 10 images of 4 or 5 minutes, and then we're gonna have another chunk of 10s, and then we're gonna have a chunk of 5s. All right. One thing before we start, I want to talk to you about some things I'm going to be repeating during the live stream, and one of those is the things you need to focus while you draw, because while you're drawing, you are focusing on the pose, on the gesture. There's a lot of things to think about it. So while you draw, try to change what you are thinking about, especially like what are you focusing on, right? And I like to, when I'm drawing, I remind myself, and you can use this as well, it's like what to focus on. I like to focus on long, confident lines. Just make sure to do like long strokes with your work. Focus on the silhouette. When you see the silhouette of the figure, just take a few seconds. Just, what do I see, what I'm looking at, and try to get the silhouette in a graphic shape, and then try to use that as well. Observation, try to observe the gesture of the figure, try to observe the contrast, the pose, what is the movement, if there's any movement, where is the weight put on the body, what is the gesture overall, what is the graphical shape. And compare. And when I talk about compare, I'm talking comparing the shoulder height, what shoulder is up, what shoulder is down, like what is the shape that the arms are doing, and compare elbow with another elbow, compare the shoulders, compare the knees, compare the relationship of different parts of the body, and fix your illustration, right? And one thing that is not there, just feel free to make mistakes, to draw and enjoy the process. Don't worry too much about it. I haven't done any drawings today, so we're gonna be warming together, and by the end of the session you probably feel pretty good, pretty confident, and you can start doing your drawings or just repeat some of the poses. I encourage you to do some repetition because it's great. One pose is fine, but if you do it a couple of times, then it becomes more of a muscle memory. So when you're gonna draw for real something, then you're like, oh, I remember this pose, it's like this. So it's like repetition helps a lot to establish, especially standing poses that are really like standard. People use a lot of standing poses for designing characters or doing turnarounds and all that, right? So yeah, those are the things I wanted to say, right? So let's get going, and I'll disappear for a while, and I'll see you, I don't know, during the break. I hope everything goes well. So thank you again for joining and being here. I really appreciate it, and I'll try to continue doing more of these live streams often. So feel free to comment below after the live stream ends, so I can see what you think about it, what we like to see in the future, give me some ideas, blah 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 blah. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. We're almost reaching 200,000 subscribers on YouTube, so that's awesome. All right, let's go. Grab your pencils. You guys are ready? Don't be nervous like I am. And if you make mistakes, it's okay. That's the point. That's the point. Make some mistakes. All right. So let's start with this. I'm gonna go away. Bye. See you later. Maybe. Or double me. All right. That's a tiny me there. All right, guys. Let's go. And I'm gonna be changing the images on and off, by the way. And it's okay if you don't get it at the first time, the first try. Remember, we are warming up right now. So yeah. Try to think about, you know, where's the weight. I see this leg pretty straight to the point there, to the ground. It's a low eye level, so the eye level should be like here. Right? And remember, it doesn't have to be perfect. We are just warming up, and it should be fine, you know. So as long as you have some sort of gesture with your limbs that you're drawing, is fine. And if you draw too big, you can reduce the size. It happens plenty here. It happens often that I'm drawing and my drawings are getting smaller. But that's the magic of digital art. And also, if you have any questions, you can leave them down there. I'll try to reply to you all. Ah, well, when I say I'm nervous, it's because, well, I haven't done any warm-up. But anyway, just have fun with this, just enjoy the lines. These ones were like basically nude, but I put some little triangles there so we can use them. There's a lot of great poses, but unfortunately most of them, fortunately and unfortunately for the live streams, they are like mostly like naked. So until then, we're gonna be doing this. Use your imagination. And yeah. And make sure to include as much information as you can. Another face, it could be tricky, so maybe like putting some placement of the eyes or the mouth. You know, just little marks are enough. Yeah. Yeah, and then through time you'll start seeing some, you know, some good gesture that's happening in the figure. This pose I liked a lot. Has a nice flow. Feet, pointy feet as well. Also try to explore with different kind of brushes. It's good. I might change these later to something else. 25 seconds, guys. I go pretty fast. But yeah, that's good. We might be repeating some of these later on. This one is a great one to repeat a couple of times. Especially the rib cage. It's showing pretty well. So let's see. Let's go for an extending one. And this is clothing, extending. We're gonna have some action. Let's try this one. It's a nice gesture here. I like to start with it. What it grabs my attention first is the back. It's like a nice gesture like this, and the pelvis like that. And yeah, usually when we start, the poses are gonna be a little bit stiff because we're getting used to it. But later on, we're gonna be probably exaggerating a little bit, playing with the forms and all that. So it's okay if your drawings are a little bit stiff at the beginning. Try to draw the hair as a shape, you know. Well, as you can see, I'm drawing, but my figures are getting a little bit bigger than they should. Right, little bit of shading there. So everything good. Well, thank you guys for joining and spending time here. I know I haven't done any figure drawing like this for a while. I did one recently, but you know, a little bit more focus on explaining, less casual. So yeah, I'll be doing more of these to start the year. It's a good thing to set some goals, but don't overstress setting a bigger goal. Just draw, have some fun. Right? As for the photos that I'm using, I'm gonna be providing a link later on after the stream is done with some of the sets that I'm using. I was lucky enough to talk to the photographer that has some cool sets in ArtStation, and I have a link, affiliate link, to share some of these sets with you guys, and also gonna have some of the images on Patreon. All right, let's change to another standing pose. This is great. All right. So this one is a little bit more complex, but something to look at first is what is the eye level, right? If I'm the photographer, so I'm taking the photo, look at where the ground is. So that's where like the perspective kind of, that's the low angle that's happening here. Because what happens is that we start doing the pose and we start like, for example, like let's say start with the torso, and then we start with the hips and the rest, and then, well, having an eye level set or like recognize while you draw, it will help you to place the elements, because you know that this from here, the perspectives will like, you will see more of the bottom of things, and then you will know some things will overlap with other ones because of the perspective, right? And what I think to myself plenty of time when I'm doing this, especially right now, is like, just be a little bit loose. It's okay if you don't complete the whole figure at once, but try as much as you can, to add information, and it's okay to make mistakes, and it's not mistakes, you're warming up. Right, so when it comes to poses like this, I like to, instead of like doing the whole leg, I want to like find the relationship between this leg and where does this feet reach, right? A little bit higher than the ankle. So I'm gonna draw the bottom of the feet first, because it's what we see first. It's the closest thing, kind of like this shape. It's okay, it's not the correct one, it's fine. And then we can draw the leg from here, and we can attach that. Right? So for, at least for me, it's a easy way. These are just my ways of tackling poses and things like that. So feel free to find your own way and process. It's like to make it like easier for me to place and compare. That's the part where comparison goes, right? Where's the knee compared to the other knee? What do I see? If I don't see anything, if I don't see the feet, try not to like create it. Try to like draw what you have there, especially these little boxes there. A little bit of perspective. And I only have a few seconds, right? Oh, it's another too complex probably. I do like this one, right? So let's draw stick figures, right? People say, oh, I can only draw stick figures. Well, that's kind of like enough for you to draw something, right? You can draw some stick figures. You see, you can start with some basic skeleton as well. It's fine. So you can measure the proportions. Observation here. Where is the knee? Right? Where's the feet? The feet pointing this way. The distance between the feet are really important to look at. Help you to like figure out the angle. So basically the leg at the top, finding the feet, and then connecting the lower leg really helps to like make sure that proportions are kind of like working. Same here, like even if you don't see the arm, try to find the corner of the limbs, right? The shoulder, the elbow, and you know. So this is great like this. You know, focus on the. I really like about this is the rib cage, really nice rib cage. Then shoulder on top, then the arm, and she's a little bit skinny, so you can see where the elbow the bone there is. Face. For this one, I'll figure out where the head is, the ear, sorry, and then try to guide myself with the silhouette, right? And the silhouette, some points there, the eye, maybe the nose. Don't get lost on trying to draw that. Just basic proportions. Look at the silhouette. Ping, ping. Yeah, something like this. Right? And that's kind of what I mean with finding and putting all the information from the pose. So even though she has this leather armor part, I want to draw the arm regardless. So whatever I'm drawing is on top of the arm. And this is great because you can notice the leg, you can see some of the anatomy, the knee. Try to give it a shape. And the feet are more like shape-based, so I'm thinking more about the shape of it, the ankle, the shape of it. This string is gonna be 2 hours, probably 2 hours and 20 minutes, something like that. I want to keep it not too long so people can finish the video and come back. I'll be doing more, but this is as far as I could go. That was a different way of putting everything together, right? So let's go with the next one. What is the first thing I see? I notice is just the elbows, sorry, the shoulders. That angle is pretty powerful, right? So I'll make sure where that is, and you can put a little bit of that gesture, right? Walking, leg in the front, just look at the front, at the back. And these are 5-minute drawings. Right, see where the hand is. There the hand is behind. So for the gun, just try to get some proportions there. Don't worry too much about drawing this correctly or anything, but at least have some direction, right? Get the angle right, right? Thank you guys for your messages as well. I'm reading them. I know you guys have some questions, but I'm gonna be reading them as well a little bit later. Just want to make sure that we are focused on some drawing, right? And like I said, like it's totally beneficial to draw the same pose a couple of times. And sometimes you have to rely on your anatomy knowledge. Especially when the clothes are a little bit dark. But again, observation. Look at the other here. There you go. You can put some marks of the clothes if you want. Shoulder. Notice here you can see the bone, the sharp angle there. There we go with this. And I like to sometimes reinforce the silhouette first to see if it's working. Sometimes you can erase, why not? Some corrections is good, but only when you really need it. For me, somebody's asking if there's a difference between digital life drawing, figure drawing like this, and versus traditional, right? I personally will do more traditionally. I like to do it digital when, you know, I'm kind of lazy to get my paper and do all of that, or I don't know. Well, not only lazy, but mostly like I do this digitally when I'm gonna be working in a painting or I'm gonna be drawing something on the computer. So it's like you're warming the figure, but you're also warming your hand and proportions using your tablet, right? So if I'm gonna be doing a drawing, I would like to warm up on the device first. That I'm gonna be using. Look at the yeah, we can edit a little bit. It's fine. Since we know these are not for, this is not gonna be a final illustration, and so it's fine to make some mistakes, erase wherever you need to. How much do I do warm-ups and all of these? It depends. Sometimes I'm really rusty. And like, okay, I'm gonna spend like a couple of hours doing this. Put some so devil. So when I'm rusty, a lot. So it depends how much you want to spend there, but the more the better, you know? But as long as you take breaks. And this one is interesting because it's a figurine where we can do the gesture. I think I did this before, but again, it's about the repetition, observation. It's kind of pretty cool. And yeah, thank you guys for the Happy New Year's messages. Hope you had a great time. Hope you're having a great time with families, but that time is over. No, just kidding. Time to draw. Thank you for the good spirits. And that's why we're here, just to draw more. Stay positive. Somebody asking me if I'm hyped for Tekken. Yeah. I'm definitely gonna be drawing some Tekken. Some Tekken girls, for sure. Maybe I'll draw some male characters for a change, but... yeah, seems pretty fun. Still playing Street Fighter though, so... Also want to thanks my friend admin Rennie Holden, who's managing the chat on platforms. He also like to stream his art, so feel free to check his work. And you can easily do this and then put some Chun-Li on top of that, right? Chun-Li. That's right. Chun-Li, well, Chun-Li is a little bit thicker, right? Oh, Kami, yeah, Kami to be too. We can do like a smash up. We can have like Kami Chun, Chun Kami. Yeah. So guys, when was the last time you did some live drawing? Are you guys as rusty as I am? Have you guys been drawing more consistently than me? Which is awesome. That's good. "20 seconds. Might change some. Might change the brush later on. Are you guys okay? Well, sometimes the string gets kind of weird. We'll see what happens for the future live streams. All right, so maybe I have to play something else. How you guys doing? Are we back? Are you guys okay? Let's press pause here. We can pause, no problem. All right, well, hopefully everything is gonna be okay. Make sure to refresh the stream. All okay now, perfect. All right, let's go. So, yeah. All right, seems like we are back. Seems like we are back. Let me see if there's audio. Audio, yes. Awesome. All right. Yeah, probably. What could have been? I'm not sure. Maybe too much power. Good. Thank you for letting me know. Todo bien, todo bello. Okay. All good. Maybe was the audio file I was using, but since we are back, we're back. So yeah, let's do this. Maybe too much power. Yeah, guys. What are your plans for this year? For me, I'm gonna be drawing a lot. I wanna make a lot of new art. I wanna practice a lot. Create some cool stuff for this year. It's gonna be awesome. Do you have any other goals apart from drawing? If so, I hope you guys can achieve them all. It will take some work as usual, but that's part of the journey. To get good, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I guess for me, produce more cool stuff for sure. Gotta keep going forward. And here you can use any like an anime face. Yeah, if I was using my pencil, I probably will sharpen my pencil for these kind of sections, this part of the drawing. Make it really sharp. I might do a traditional one, to be honest, like, so you guys can see the process. Because I have done traditional live streams, and I have the camera. So probably I will do one traditional as well for everybody. And for this one, I'll focus on the silhouette, right? We have a silhouette. We have a good elements here, like the tie. If you put those elements on your drawing, start feeling a little bit more complete. Can put some wing on that tie. And by seeing the silhouette, I think I might have made her book a little bit too big, which is not a problem for me. 50-second, guys. How are we doing? So yeah, if you're drawing along, I want to give you some credit, because I know a lot of people who would like to draw, but they don't grab the pencil to even start. So if you're drawing along, you already have a lot of the way. You already taking some steps that a lot of people don't even take. So don't be afraid of mistakes. That's the point. And have fun. Yeah, so working on the angles is good. Work on the angles. And especially these poses are, again, kind of complicated. They look complicated, but as I said, I think when these ones like this appear, I think about where, like I said, where is the eye level, right? Which is pretty low, actually lower than her feet. So probably like all the way down here, even lower, I will say. And from there, you can also be free, you know, you can also be like a little bit more loose and try to give you a little bit of shape to this. Sometimes, and myself, I find myself like being very tight with the proportions, or like really into like constructing things, and that is another enemy. At a certain point, it's beneficial to construct, but it's also beneficial to let go of that and just shape things, right? So make the shape of it. Make the shape of it a little bit. Just be loose with it, you know. Get some of that gesture of the knife, of the arm. Got the back here, it's pretty cool. You know, the pectorals. The head, this head angle is kind of hard, so I draw the head and I try to draw like a Iron Man kind of shield thing there. These are hard because, I mean, when I'm drawing commercial work, unless it's a comic book page or something like that, which I don't do, I probably never draw this kind of pose. But again, challenge time, trying to figure it out how to do that. So yeah, like I said, just trying to find that eye level there, establish that first, and then try to see the pieces in 3D, right? The rib cage here is kind of tricky to find the edge of the rib cage, and then it goes like this angle. That's a part of comparing. The butt, which just has a nice round, right? So make sure sometimes to use some words. Round, chunky, wrinkles, strong knee there, feet, bigger feet, you know. So that way, when you're drawing, you're putting a certain feeling to the drawing. Because you're thinking about it like thick or imponent, like strong, thick, right? Curvy. Think about shadows. About the ankles. Yeah, sometimes you can make some notations. Like, I like to make sure I mark important things that I'm observing. Like here, you know, we start building that little by little. Draw the box. And sometimes it's good even to like draw, like if it was like a transparent acrylic. At least some sort of. And I can see my leg is she's way thicker than that. Could be weird, but it's okay. And as for the reference, I say I'm gonna be adding a link after the string ends with the link to these sets. I unfortunately didn't have enough time to put the link in there on time, especially with changing the strings, but I'll put the links, information, so you can find them. And you can practice with this. I'm also gonna have them on my Patreon. I'm gonna have the ones that I use on this session, they're gonna be on Patreon in a folder, so you can download them, study from these. So make sure to join Patreon for that. Kind of cool to draw the knives too. The hand, it's kind of cool. Kind of comic book vibe to it. A little bit higher around this will be the eye level. Yeah, I think it's Graphic Studio. I'm definitely gonna put that in there. I just buy the sets and I don't read too much there. I just like, I like this set, I like this set. And also I encourage you guys, if you have light drawings in your area, go in person. Go to live drawings, and if not, if they don't have anything in your area, try to host one. Make some friends. Happy birthday to Arcade the Hedgehog. He has a happy birthday today, and this will be recorded for life. And yeah, definitely happy birthday to those who are having birthdays on January, because they never get all the presents. Only get one time. For this one, I'm focusing a little bit on the silhouette. Right? It's like, where's the hand? Where's the spiky thing of Chun-Li? The bracelet. Somebody's asking if I want to use another software like Clip Studio. Yeah, I could use Clip Studio, but I probably will end up using similar tools. This brush is pretty thick, so for longer drawings I'll change the brush. But this is a good base, especially if you're drawing as a base. This is the base for your drawing that you're gonna be exploring or fleshing out later on. It's a good thickness of a brush. If you have a very thin brush, your strokes are gonna be kind of weak, to be honest. So you need a little bit of thickness in your life, and use a little bit thicker, bigger brush. I wonder why you guys want me to use Clip Studio. Like for tips and stuff? I don't know. So yeah, we have the chance to draw a boot. Let's draw some boots. Kinda cool to draw that as well. Got some perspective going on. Can make those legs a little bit thicker because it's Chun-Li after all. Uh-oh. Let's stop there the drawing, the image. So I wanna play it a little bit with this. I'll finish this a little bit. Just for fun. So yeah, if you find a pose that you like and you wanna have a little bit of fun, just play with it. Sketch a little bit on top of that. Why not? I don't think Photoshop is better. I mean, the applications right now are pretty similar. But if you are on if you have a tight budget, I will go for Procreate, cheaper and a nice app. Does a lot of the stuff you need to. Right? All right, let's move on to another one. But yeah, starting to have some fun here. We reached the end of the page. Let's go back. So far we have done, well, you can compare, right? A little bit of the first drawings that we did. Kind of stiff. And as you go, you practice different ways. Take your time. Start having some fun. Start getting loose. Start making some better drawings. So that's what we want. And if it's not happening yet for you, just keep drawing. Let's go with an easy one. This one is a great set. You can see the stretch, the ribcage stretch here. Has those points there, the hips. We can exaggerate to have some fun because that's the point too. Have some fun. If it's digital, you can modify it too. Why not? Get that gesture, pretty cool from the top, all the way here from the bottom to the top. Get that shape. Happy New Year, guys, again. Thank you. Hopefully this year is gonna be full of drawings, full of good work, good spirits. Yeah, I would say this is like a nice, perfect. I would say perfect body, babe, probably, according to my standards. That's what I call full figure. Full figure. And for the hair, you get some silhouette of it. Can design a little bit to that shape, you know. Okay. Lucius. I like this because it looks like a smiley face. And if you have time, you can draw the shadow shape because it's pretty nice here. So draw some of that shadow shape too. It's okay to zoom in, tight a little bit up the image, the drawing, sorry. Correct a little bit some shapes. These lines from the hip, from here, from the butt, go inside like this. So this, just make sure to keep that in there. Let's go back a little bit before we jump. Right? I just explain a little bit of the drawing, especially this kind of figure. Yeah, those lines goes up, so for the back. Sorry, hips back. From the back, it goes like this. Just to make sure, okay? And when drawing, it's very important that you think about and you observe well where are the ankle, the bones of the ankle. It helps a lot to define the perspective of the feet, right? So one higher than the other, the inner higher, the outer a little bit lower. Sometimes I made the mistakes. I'm like, what's going on? It looks weird. Like I made the outer higher and the inner lower. So I like to think put this on the knee here. This is a good thing to remember. This area, right? Get a line. There you go. And you can make it this bigger if you want to, and make this bigger if you want to, and make this bigger if you want to, and correct a little bit here, there, some shade. Something like this. Anyhow, fun drawing. Alright, let's see the next one. I took a little bit longer. Let's see another one. These are more like, alright, let's do this one. How you guys doing? Doing good? We already are on an hour mark. Think about that first. Get the back. Hips. Like the gesture of the feet and the leg. Show the leg here. Make sure to drink some water too. Hydrate a little bit for the face. These ones are tricky because you don't see much, but try to construct a basic head. Basic head, basic ear here, basic head. Is to place that. A little bit of the head is to put the hair on top of that. So that way it makes sense what we're drawing. Instead of drawing the hair, just make sure like where is it coming from, right? And the hair doesn't have to be perfect, but you know, at the top straight lines, at the bottom a little bit curvy, the hair ends, just to simulate what we see. Like that. Right. And if you see something, don't be afraid to change it. Can you even use a warp tool if you feel like maybe something is too small, too short. Notice that this butt cheek is outside of the box, at the edge of the box. And yeah, let's draw the box as well. Draw the perspective there. So don't leave your figures like floating in the air. Just draw the relationship between the different elements, parts of the illustration, either figure, both figure and surrounding, especially if the character is sitting, leaning on something. Be sure to include that. Even if it's jumping from somewhere, try to add that also into your drawing. Some information so whoever is looking at this has a feeling of what you are trying to convey. I think this shoulder might be like more like push forward, stronger, the bicep a little bit engaged in there. Uh-oh. I pressed pause because I did the box. No! Chotomate. Chotomate. Wanna reinforce the silhouette. Design a little bit of silhouette. Would you recommend repeating certain poses from reference later? Yes, 100%. Repetition is the key. Repetition is the key here, and in many things. Repeat it until you get it. Try to like understand what's happening. Observe. If you are struggling with something, go back and practice some of the fundamentals. It works for me. Well, I was actually doing that, but not with drawings, with art. I was just doing that with music. Trying to get that part on the drums, and after like 30 minutes repeating the same beat, I finally got it. I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. And then you move on, and then you practice them again, and then it becomes part of your how you call that? We say armamento, of your repertoire. So I do repeat. I encourage you to repeat the poses, especially these poses like these are kind of cool. So you can, if you don't wanna, you feel like this is like a workout that you have to repeat the same pose, just, you know, draw 3 poses that you like. So do it once, do the next one. At least try to keep it similar in the same vibe. So you repeat it at least 3 times each one, so you don't get bored, right? That way you don't get bored, like just drawing one, because that's the thing. Is like somebody tells you, you're gonna do diet, but now you're only gonna eat bananas, or you're only gonna eat, I don't know, some rice and chicken forever. It's like, no, I wanna, if you have 3 things or 4 things, you can combine it, you can change it, you know, and you can last longer than just repeat it or only doing one thing. Alright, so it's looking better. Now let's go and do another one. This one, it's not a full body, but it's probably think it's gonna be fun to change it. Maybe draw the face, have some form, some fun too in it. Have some fun. In here, you're gonna draw more manga or more like anime or cartoon style. Feel free to add your vibes to it. You know, have some fun too. This is fun, but you can have more fun. Yeah, well, I hope you guys are enjoying this content as well. Fun and good tools help you guys to improve. I also practice with you guys, so it's a win-win, win-win-win. It's a win-win. Somebody's asking, I want to focus on character design. Where should I focus? Well, first, I guess gesture. I guess if you're gonna design characters, is it for like animation? Is it for video games. There's a little bit of difference between the both. But if it's gonna be character, definitely acting is a good place to think about when you're drawing your characters. It's not only like the drawing itself, it's like what kind of pose, what kind of vibe this character has. Does it feel like communicates the personality of the character? You know? You can start with some basic stuff like, you know, basic color schemes that are used for, you know, evil, good guys, you know, all of that. Then trying to deviate from that. Don't make them too complicated, make them simple and fun. But again, depends on what you wanna do. But definitely, character is a word, right? They need to have some character, some traits, some vibe. There needs to be something that when the people who look at it can know straight, like, okay, this guy is bad, this guy is good, this person is nice, this, you know, what kind of personality or what kind of vibe they have, right? Then based on that, then you can start designing the clothes, the items that they carry, the things that they use. So it's developing that. Think beyond the cute drawing, or not the cute drawing. Think beyond the drawing, the final drawing of the character. Think about it more in depth. Think about acting too. Think about that. Yeah, have fun. But yeah, definitely think about acting and draw a lot of different characters, right? Big, smaller, different kind of, have variety on your characters for sure is important, so you don't draw the same character all the time. And even if you're like a pin-up artist and all that, like for myself, I do a lot of pin-ups, but I draw a lot of different things, and some of them that are on my sketchbooks that I like to draw things, you know. A little bit of variety is good, you know. If you're gonna be an artist, you wanna draw like, or if you're already an artist and you wanna use some, you're gonna put characters. Okay, you wanna put character on your character. Well, what if that person is mixed with a lion or a tiger? What kind of, if you need to draw, if it has like a pet that is a tiger, or a bunny, or whatever you want to, then, well, you gotta draw that too, and you gotta learn a little bit of that. Yeah, this is a little bit longer than I wanted to, but that's the thing, when you're having fun, the time just, it's good. Like so far I haven't drawn a full face. So that's also a warm-up too. You can warm up not only with full poses, you can warm up with heads. Somebody was saying how to break into the industry. Right now I really don't know, because I mean I'm working. I've done work for companies and things like that. I've been doing it for a while, but I guess it depends on the industry you want to break in. You know, it's kind of tricky, like where you want to go. You want to be working on what kind of projects you would like to be. Is your skills actually matching that level? You know, I personally think like that the time where companies will just hire somebody that are just learning and put the time to see them develop, Like let's say Disney in the past, I think those times might be gone, unless they find that they can actually like retain you for longer. And so apart from like breaking to the industry, I guess you need to like socialize a lot, make contacts, have the portfolio that works, that makes sense, that is at the good level, which is the hardest part. Try to collaborate with people. Maybe the industry is not your place, you know, not the main place. Sometimes pushing it too hard to be part of the industry might be like disappointing, right? Because there are also like people who are been doing this for a long time and they already know the people. So I think it's not only the skill, it's who do you know? Do you know certain people that work in the industry? Do you start like meeting them? How can you like find some contacts? Because there's a lot of people with talent and amazing talent, but they don't have the contact, you know, unless they are found via, I don't know, Instagram or something like that. But you have to be really, really good to be like noticed, right? Like you have to really have some work that the guy say, wow, we need to hire this guy for this shit, right? But again, that's just one side, you know. You can also make your own life career, find a way to do it, you know. What kind of drawings you can make, pictures, maybe not drawings, sculptures, modeling, 3D modeling, I don't know. There are different options, right? Well, I don't know, I did this drawing with this one. A little bit out of the schedule of drawings that we're doing, but still fun to do. So it depends where is the industry, where you are, where you're located. There's a lot of factors there. So yeah. Sometimes you have to reach people, and people may need to be reached plenty of times. But again, it's like, is your level currently at what they want or what they need? Also, what kind of projects are you trying to apply to, right? There are a lot of different styles. Can you also manage different styles? Do you have other skills apart from character drawings? Can you do storyboards? It's a lot of things that you have to think about it, right? To think about that. Oh, this is take a break. All right, guys, I'm gonna answer some questions. I was already answering some questions, but it's good to take a little bit of a break. I've been doing an hour and something, 21 minutes. So a little bit of a stretch. Time to get up a little bit. Time to move around. Right? So yeah, I'm back. Yeah, take a little bit of a break. Make sure to stretch. Drink some water too. No promos. Just a bottle that I have here. So yeah, for myself, I was lucky. I put effort to come here and live here. It was really hard to do it. It took years. It took a lot of saving, took a lot of time and patience and work. But you can work it out somehow. You can come here and go to conventions, visit people, get to know who are managing different industries and get involved into that. Go to conventions like Lightbox. I'm not sponsoring any of these, but it's just a recommendation. Lightbox is a good one, or CDNX, or other conventions that are geared to artists and animation and all of these, especially here in California LA. So there's a lot of that in here, but there are also companies in Europe, Spain, in France. There are a lot of studios that are indie that might not be the biggest name ever, but is a place that you can have a nice small group and you can start something. Some small people, like a couple of people starting something, and then they take off. So don't need to be exactly in a big company or anything, because I hear a lot of stories where people get laid off quickly. So they might be working in a production and they get cut off and you get laid off and you don't know where you are. So if you can be your own artist and manage your own products and your own prints, have a little bit of sense of business, then that will help you. Okay, so I'll say something like that for you guys in terms of that. Somebody asked if I had a job day. I'm only once working a company, but the times were different back then. I started doing like family portraits for some people. I started doing some characters from some people who had like a internet cafe in Venezuela. I actually did some copies of some drawings of Evangelion when I was like early teens, and I sold that. I started like selling my drawings because I wanted to buy some manga. And so I make some drawings and I put it in a little store, and I asked somebody, hey, can I put my drawings here to sell? I want to, show my work and whatever. So that's how kind of like started. Then I graduated as a graphic designer, and after graduating as a graphic designer, I had a job for a while and I did some graphic design on the side, and then I transitioned to illustration little by little, doing commissions and grinding, and so it takes time. And I didn't have any studies back then, so later on I was able to save some money, and it's a process. Everybody has their own time, and the break is gonna end in 59 seconds, right? But yeah, I did work in a company before, and right now working with clients. It's better to have different clients that come to you. You work for them. And if the balls start rolling, you're gonna start different people reaching you, and then you have to manage which one you wanna do. So that's part of the business side of being an artist, not only being good, but also managing how do you do business and be professional, and how do you approach business and art at the same time. And it's important, not only good drawings. Toyukoto desu. So 15 seconds, guys. Let's start another session. Another chunk of drawings probably will be the last part of this. So yeah, let's do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, and out of here. Bye. I'm back again. Double screen. There you go. This is a good one. I know some of you guys have been asking about Patreon, and some people can get some feedback on that. I'm gonna be working a little bit. It's not ready yet, but I'm gonna be working on having a channel. The channel is already on my Discord channel to do critiques, and so you guys can post your work there. So I'm gonna be structuring that this week. You guys can post whatever you're drawing. I might do some reviews or something for a while. But definitely encourage you to practice plenty, and then I will update later about how can you send your drawings or where you can join, and because I can do some critiques, but there's a limited amount of critiques I can do because I'm mostly working on my own stuff too. Let's see how many sessions of these live drawing sessions I can do in the future. I'm gonna try to do as much as I can early this year, and so you guys have a lot of material to work with, and as well it's great for me, so we can practice together. So yeah. So this is like applying what I said, right? From the hips, butt area, the lines goes up inside the back, which is a great gesture to keep in mind when you draw. Here I like to see the elbows and the other elbow. And sometimes if your limbs are not rounded, just try to draw like some cylinder, a little bit like this, right? Something like this. And the hair, just think about a shape. You can draw the head if you want to. Just a little bit, just to keep the volume. This hair is awesome. I like the shape that the flow of it, right? Pretty nice. Let's change that music. Hope the music is not too loud. Oh, yeah. Have fun with the hair. Just think about silhouette, right? Silhouette. Silhouette, silhouette, silhouette. Silhouette first. See where the wrists are. And again, thank you guys for watching, for joining and spending some time here with me, drawing, practicing, watching this. You could be anywhere doing something else. So I appreciate you guys. This leg is awesome. The gesture is mind-blowing. I love it. Kinda reminds me of the Frasetta girls proportions. Put that box is a little bit higher. Kind of exercise do I recommend to see better the 3D? The 3D aspect of the figure. Well, one is a lot of repetition, and second one, just overlapping, right? Just make sure to overlap elements. Like this is the hips, this is the mid torso. Then on top of that, we have the top of these, right? So overlapping of elements helps a lot. Oh, something more sexy. I love this model. This model is called Miss Mosh. Big fan, big fan. In this case, I'm gonna start with the head because I like the shape of it. And then the back. Here, the eye level probably maybe around here, around neck, jaw area, I feel. So don't get distracted with lumps and shapes that kind of hard to understand. Just try to draw the limbs. Trying to figure out where they come from and where are they going to. Correct whatever you need to correct. Maybe the head is a little bit higher. Yeah, like like a holding is saying in the chat. Yeah, you have to be persistent if you really want to make something work and happen. There's gonna be a time where it feels like, oh, why am I gonna even bother? Well, think about it. Think about, like, what if I bother just a little bit more? Maybe you're just really close, but you cannot give up like that. Well, this one is a little bit more complicated, so definitely follow the shapes, the lines, the direction of the lines, sorry, the anatomy, form. Chest, like this. This one is a little bit harder because of the costume that she's wearing. It's kind of hard to tell what it is. So for that, just draw the shape. And again, it's okay to make mistakes. We're learning, we're practicing. This is practice. It's a good reminder. I have to practice. I have to say that to myself too. I'm not saying that for you guys only, because that way I'm not that strict with my drawings. Like, it's okay if it doesn't look good. By the end, I'll figure it out what happened. And if it doesn't work, if you're working with paper, you throw away the paper. I have pages that I was like, oh, this was trash. It's okay. I'll draw this again later on with fresh eyes, and we'll see what happened. Yeah, guys, I also have a Pinterest page where I have some of the older live drawing images that I use on the live streams. Those live streams are from like 2 years ago, I believe. And then there I have some reference. I also have some boards of the things that I like to draw. I like to make a mark for the nails. Sometimes the hand can be complicated, but if you put a little bit of a mark there, the eye kind of finds a way to believe that's a nail. Face, I don't know. Maybe not correct, but it's okay. Press pause because I want to complete a little bit of these. Complete these. Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for those who are watching. And if you cannot watch the whole thing, just make sure to come back later. This is gonna be safe. And you'll be able to watch all of this. And probably you're already watching this again, so thank you very much. Alright, let's move on to another one. Then I spend more time here. Let's see. When I see that if you see the head is small, just make it bigger. Right? Make that even bigger. And change the proportions. Especially like this, right? Maybe the arms are too short. So if you see those things, don't be afraid to change it. You don't have to redraw everything, but you can correct. That's part of learning. It's not about the final drawing. It's about what you learn on each drawing. So your observation skills improve if you find different mistakes or different miscalculations on your proportions. All right. Yeah, so after this, make sure to add some comments on the live stream, on the stream post on YouTube, and I'll make sure to read all of that. And if you have any questions or anything, suggestions, feel free. All right, let's do another one. Oh, this is like where we're like almost at the start, so let's see. How do we do this time? Find that rib cage, find that pelvis, the leg. Right, so I'll put this in here. This is a nice gesture. I like a lot of this gesture of the legs. Are really good. Nice overlapping, nice anatomy practice in here. Definitely. We'll be sharing the link of this. It's actually, it says here on the picture, Graphic Studio reference. So they have a Gumroad and they have an ArtStation store. So I'll link that for you guys later on the stream. I would like to have some packs myself that I create, but I don't think anybody wants to draw me. No, I mean like hiring like a model and do that, you know. But it'll be cool to have some reference that I can like put online. The ribcage here is nice. Nice ribcage there. Make sure to draw the center line, right? Center line, super important. Go through the belly button to here. Also this part of the hip here. I think this is like the most difficult part sometimes for me. It's just to make how do I finish that leg connected to the hip here. Sometimes it can get tricky, especially the lines. Which kind of lines you're gonna use that part? I had problems in the past, especially when you're working with imagination. It's like, Thank you for the comments. Un saludo a todos que están viendo el stream de habla español. Saludo. Say hello to everybody. Thank you for watching. Gracias por ver el live stream. Wait for the face. Sometimes it can be tricky if you don't have a shortcut for the face. Like, you know, you can put 2 marks and then another one that you get a kind of like a makeup kind of thing. So especially if you're like starting to draw and you're trying to like figure out the face, just, you know, put some marks and then use a little mark. Little mark is more than enough. Again, you can come back later and make another layer, create a new layer on top of this and redraw this again, refine it, which is something that I do when I do my sketches. I draw plenty of times the same thing until like I refine what I want. I push things, correct. Some people are really good and they can just draw at once. Sometimes I get lucky, but not all the time. So sometimes I have to really figure out what I'm drawing and the perspective and all of this. Especially when you have like original idea. It's like, like I don't have a reference for this. I have to think about everything. I'm gonna do this one. It's kind of nice gesture as well. And on this one, the eye level probably gonna be higher, like around this area. So you're gonna see more of the roundness of the underwear. Right. By now I feel a little bit more loose. But also getting a little bit tired. Sometimes 5 minutes is not enough, but it's okay for the live stream. No problema. I'll survive. I will sacrifice myself. Right, so here I'm trying to put all the information with the torso first, and then the general shape of the arms on top. It makes sense to draw the torso and then put things on top of the torso instead of drawing the hands and everything and then the torso. It's like you have to have like an X-ray kind of vision to make things a little bit more solid. Swords are by the end, but yeah, this is the gesture here on this side. Nice. Goes down. I might push things a little bit too much. It's okay. We can reshape. Let's reshape this. This is kind of tricky, but gotta pull through it. Feed from. When I say torso, sounds like a Venezuelan accent. El torso, the torso, sorry, torso. El torso. El torso, chico, el torso. Right, center line of the face, so we can figure out the angle of the face a little bit. And the swords. I might be a little bit off with the hands. It's okay. Have some fun too. Since her hairstyle is kind of boring and it has no movement. Have some fun too. Oh, this is cool. Back to something more, a little bit easier. The eye level should be around here. So on that knowledge, we're gonna draw her. And this is cool because she's very slim and skinny, so it's kind of cool. Some of you might recognize this model. Maybe, I don't know. Sounds like a nice, almost like anime kind of body shape, right? I'll draw the boot, why not? Again, if you are having some troubles or you're struggling a little bit, it's okay. I'll come back to this later. Can change the pose, go back to an easier one, or challenge yourself to a difficult one again. Thank you, Dakuhiro, for your comment. Appreciate it. Some wrinkles in the boots. Here it's important to see where are the feet pointing. Right? I'm pointing like this, and then we'll just a little bit like that. So it can be tricky to read those angles for feet or boots. So just be subtle and try to figure out where it's pointing that feet. Right? Where's the vibe? Not the vibe. Where is the? There's no vibe. There's a. Where is the angle, the direction of it? Probably using the outside of the shoe to measure a little bit. Oh, this model. Oshiemasen. There you go. Tie there. I think these are like 10 minutes drawing, I feel. A little bit longer. Like now that you have been warming up, you should be able to do this. To spend more time drawing, getting more details. And again, focus on shapes, silhouettes. Try to measure, try to see the space, negative space. Use the cloth as well to find that center line. You know. Again, guys, thank you for coming here and watch the live stream, for drawing along with me, taking the time. Some of you have the resolution of draw more this year. So if you are drawing with me, you are already starting. You already started, so. Actually, these are like 5 minutes. The eye level, for a picture like this, well, you cannot try to see like where is the place where, where do I find the eye line? Sorry, the eye level. Like, if you see things that have some sort of like perspective, you try to find the area where it is the flattest, right? So if you see a limb, if you see a rib cage, and then you see the torso here, and then you see the hips, and the hips becomes a little bit more like flat and straight, then that will be the eye level, the eye line, sorry. Eye level. I guess I'm getting tired, but yeah. Right? So that's a little bit flat. For me, I think the flattest is around here. Like looking at the standing leg, like I feel like from that point down, we'll start seeing more and more of the circle of the cylinder. So that's how I. Sometimes you get cues because of the reference maybe has a background and you can use. Here you kind of see a little bit of the background because it's a sheet of paper or fabric. So you see at the bottom it bends, so it turns towards us. So there's like a little bit of shadow there. Maybe a little bit higher because the guy is standing or crouching. Forget to drink some water. Getting thirsty. Oh yeah, if you wanna support my work, feel free to join Patreon or get some sweet stickers from my website. I have some cool designs, some good stuff coming this year as well. I still have a few copies of my sketchbook, probably like the last ones. So if you want to get a little bit of my work and support the channel and all that, feel free to head there and, you know, get something cool. Something cool to decorate your sketchbook, your laptop, your car, something. And when drawing, try not to draw the breast. Try to draw everything, and then on top of that you draw the breast. After you have found the ribcage and all that stuff, and okay, this area is where the breast should be. And you can even have more fun, make them bigger, if that's your vibe. Right? But the rest of the anatomy stays the same. A little bit of the tilt here, the pelvis. Yeah, and if you want more videos and stuff like that, I have some old recordings. Still good, same tips, better tips. I don't know, you will see it. But I have more videos with more content recorded that you can watch on my channel here on YouTube. I practice with those. The knowledge is pretty much the same, but you know, different drawings, different figures, different tips. While I make new ones, you can watch those. Yeah, I have all the videos on Patreon and files that you can like see. I'll be uploading these files of Photoshop, the layer file of this, where I have all the drawings from the session if you wanna check them out. I also have previous sessions that I have done and over like 5 years or more of content. And I also post my drawings, my work, post my sketches, my final drawings, and also have a little exclusive shop there for my Patreons, for those who wants to get their first tips. So yeah, you guys are welcome to that anytime, no pressure. Well, this was fun. I like this. It's looking good. Put some clothes on this. some on swimsuit. New tutorials. I don't know if well, there's a lot of tutorials here with this. But what I'm doing right now is like a mega tutorial pack. Make a pack. But yeah, I could do like maybe like a coloring one or something like that, but with the new techniques. Oh, I forgot I pressed pause. Anyway, next one. Oh, well, guess what, guys? I just finished the whole session. Wow. Whew. That was a lot of work. We did 10 drawings of 3 minutes 30 seconds. Then we did 10 drawings of 5 minutes, 5-minute break, and then 6 drawings of 5 minutes and 30 seconds. 2 hours and 8 minutes. That's what we did. I'll draw maybe like 2 more, and then we can fly away. I don't want to make the session too long. So you can come here, edit it, and you come 10 drawings. Let's say 5 drawings, and then let's say 4 drawings or 4 minutes. All right, let's do 5 drawings, and let's see. You can delete this. You can have breaks. You can make your own session with this. Coming in the future, I have something better. I have some surprises that I'm gonna be working on this year. I have some good projects, but I don't want to spoil it. So let's draw some of the poses that I didn't do, and then I'll take off. Let's see. All right. Your hands is getting tired. Come on, guys. We gotta do this. We gotta do this. Okay, only 4 more drawings and I'm out of here. All right. So let's do this. This is like when I do burnout session. The burnout session when I go to the gym. You finish and you think, oh, I'm done. No, it's not done. Let's finish the last 4 drawings, and that's good for today. Yeah, you can be really loose if you're tired. I'm gonna be loose with these ones. Maybe I'm gonna exaggerate a little bit. You know, I like my chunky legs, thick legs. I like my thick legs and sexy heels for sure. All right, so I'm gonna put that in there. A little bit more loose. A little bit longer, and we're gonna be out of here. And again, feel free to comment once the string is done. If you have any suggestions, if you would like to see some traditional art, live drawings. Also planning to do a male focus drawing session too. You know, not everything is just girls. I know. I'm gonna practice a little bit of everything. Yeah, this stream is gonna be safe on YouTube. Probably here on Twitch, it won't be safe on Twitch because I don't have that on. But on YouTube, it's gonna live there until forever, hopefully. You can come and practice as many times as you want. Also, this is a good way for you guys to practice some high heel drawings. I'm already an expert, I will say, on this, but for you guys, make sure you can practice. You can design your the thickness of it all. Yeah, I'll do some male figure drawings for sure. I have some good package too here, some good references, so I'm gonna be using that too. Some action poses. So stick around. There's a little bit, use some marks there, right? All right. Let's focus on gesture on this one. You know, it's like pretty easy to see. It's a nice flow all the way here. Alright. This is fun. Alright, so we get some, let's do some silhouette time. Find that corner there of the rib cage and all the way down here to the hips and all the way here down to the crotch. Right, then this leg here, the muscle showing. It's a great because you can see the anatomy actually in action, like moving, like being activated. Like look at that leg muscle there. Awesome. Calves as well. Knee. Don't worry too much about the hands. Just let them try to get a shape, something. Don't focus too much on the fingers. Use the shape of the wrist, maybe a thumb. You know, use the silhouette of it. That's what we want. We're drawing for us, just to put the information we need, and then we can flesh it out later or in the next drawing. Hello, hello. I like this red has a center line. This bodysuit has a center line there. So anything that can help you to place that, use it. And for the head, because it's kind of difficult to draw the face like that. I'm gonna cheat. I'm just gonna draw the face like that. Don't tell anybody that I did this, please. And maybe we will look like trash anyways. So it's okay, it's a difficult one. Whew. All right, one more, and now it's gonna be this one. We already did this, not this one. This one kind of cool. The head first, a little bit of the top of the head, because I feel that we can see some of the top of the head. Then rib cage goes down. I'll try to get this silhouette there. Oh, sorry, not silhouette, gesture. Because this one is a tricky one. Then I think the next thing I would like to do is to draw the knee. Draw the knee and then use the bone here, muscle, to find the ground. Then comparing, trying to find the elbow here and to the front. Make a perspective line here to find where the hand is gonna be on the ground. Like that. Then let's do the other leg. This one is tricky, eh? Well, one knee here, the other knee here, make a line, and you find the relationship between the knees. Feet. For this, I'm gonna use the silhouette because kinda tricky, right? There you go. Now, because I have to do the other arm, it had to be here, right? There you go. Then you go here, and you go here, going down, like that. We go here, all the way down. All right, so we got that there. Go down here. Oji-chan. Sessions like this in the future. Again, make sure to join my newsletter and visit my website and check the links below. All this training is for educational purposes.